Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Celebrity Update, where I hit you up with the latest update and all what you will like to know. To support this channel, please kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss in any of my uploads. Stay tuned and stay blessed while you watch the latest update. Thank you. Queen Elizabeth II's youngsters in poignant reunion walk. King Charles, the Princess Royal, Prince Andrew and Prince Edward had been strolling in the back of the Queen's hearse because it made its manor closer to St. Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh. It became a poignant sight. Children following the coffin in their mother. It would not remember how antique the youngsters are, at that second they end up youngsters once more. And they appeared a bit stiffer and slower, cautiously retaining in line with every other, flanked with the aid of using cameras and ceremonial guards. They appeared solemn as they climbed up the royal mile. In the gap of the beyond 18 months they have misplaced each their parents. There's a loneliness that incorporates that in spite of the international's press watching. There become a quiet dignity too. Princess Anne has faithfully followed her mother's coffin because it left the privateness of Balmoral, and the 72-year antique becomes strolling in the back of it for this stretch too, wearing her Royal Navy ceremonial uniform. She'll live with it till the Queen lies in kingdom in Westminster Hall. Funerals, like weddings, positioned human beings returned right into a own circle of relatives setting. But those royal siblings have had their roles essentially modified with inside the previous few days. King Charles has all started a brand new existence as his mother's has ended. He's taken on one of the highest profile jobs with inside the international on the age of 73. He is now the center of attention, commander and leader in addition to leader mourner, and walked retaining out a discipline marshal's baton in his hand. The Queen's insignia become nevertheless stitched on his uniform, wherein quickly his personal letters will update hers. Alongside his personal grief, he is had a severe timetable of meetings, public and personal, traveling to speak to politicians and planners, interspersing his new responsibilities as king together, along with his function with inside the development of the funeral. He has been driven into the limelight whilst maximum human beings might need to cover away. The hereditary precept method that is Charles and his heirs circulate to center stage, others with inside the own circle of relatives are inexorably eased to the edges, now not the youngsters of the monarch. Distant branches at the royal tree. Prince Andrew, 62, become marching uphill too. He had his medals, however, as he is now not a operating royal, he wasn't sporting a army uniform, not like his brothers and sister. He becomes staring instantly ahead, possibly questioning how lots his existence has modified too. They walked alongside Edinburgh streets which can be normally noisy with tourists. Today there had been even larger crowds, however with a feel of quiet and curiosity. There become the sound of horses' hooves at the cobbles and a sea of cell telephones held up with the aid of using human beings, recording some moments of records going beyond them. Then with greater rite and salutes, the coffin and the Queen's youngsters entered the cathedral for a provider with hymns, tune and prayers. Later on Monday night the four youngsters amassed collectively once more in silent vigil, dealing with outwards from the mother's coffin, with inside the cathedral for the vigil of the princes, a long status culture remaining carried out in the course of the Queen Mother's funeral. In their personal grief they bowed their heads as individuals of the general public endured to document beyond to pay their respects. The coffin had traveled with plants on top, inclusive of from the Queen's property in Balmoral. A crown become delivered for the primary time, the grandeur stepping up at every a part of the journey, with a view to culminate subsequent week in a kingdom funeral. The church is known as after St. Giles and perhaps the royal siblings may have envied his lifestyle. He become a hermit who lived with inside the woods wherein nobody may want to locate him. Thanks for watching till the end, and please don't forget to subscribe, like and comments so we pull forward with more updates. Stay blessed and stay tuned for more. See you next.